Hi, it's Ian from the Postal Hub podcast.
And Marek from Last Mile Experts.
And we are the Last Mile Prophets. This is the last word on the last mile. Modern Expo invites you to Eurosys 2022, the most important trade fair for retail technology in Europe, taking place in Dusseldorf from the 31st of May to the 2nd of June. Modern Expo will present innovative solutions for creating a seamless user experience for the retail of the future, including omnichannel, self-service, click and collect, and more. Marek, recent news from Amazon. I mean, we talk about Amazon a lot, don't we? But it's because they are such a force in the delivery world, aren't they? Amazon unveils Buy with Prime, expanding Prime shopping benefits beyond Amazon.com. Now, there have been a number of these sorts of announcements over the years, haven't there, Mark? Amazon's going to be doing more. Amazon's going to open up its logistics network. This is an interesting one because it's basically allowing other e-commerce retailers, omni-channel retailers, you all know what I mean, to offer an Amazon Prime-like experience at checkout. I'll just read the rest of the details here. Marek's getting wound up, everybody. We're ready to release him. It says here, Amazon's announced Buy with Prime. It allows Prime members to extend the convenience of Prime shopping to online stores beyond Amazon.com. It'll be available by invitation only for merchants using fulfilment by Amazon. And it means they'll be able to get fast, free delivery, seamless checkout experience, free returns on eligible orders, and all those sorts of Amazon Prime things. Marek, what were your first thoughts when you heard this?
Honestly, and I'm not surprised. Hello, Ian. Hello, everyone. And I'll tell you why I'm not surprised. If you think about it, it's an extension of the original marketplace. So when Bezos decided to allow competitors to list their items on Amazon, it was the same idea, wasn't it? That you give more choice to customers, you create more volume, you become bigger, you become more efficient, etc., etc. And I think it's pretty much more of the same. What this will do is it will mean that Amazon becomes a good solution for more partners who couldn't offer Prime themselves. We know that Prime customers spend much, much more. So when you have a Prime option, and I can't remember, but it was several times, I think it was maybe even 4 or 5 times more. So it's a real advantage for vendors that are part of this system. And at the end of the day, it also makes the last mile services, which are very close to our hearts here, aren't they, more efficient because you have more parcels in them. So doesn't surprise me. It was on the cards, and let's see how it goes. But I'm cautiously optimistic that they've done the maths on this and it's going to work.
I guess from a last mile perspective, if you're a postal operator, a private carrier, whoever you are, if you do any work for Amazon or for any of these e-commerce retailers, you'll be thinking, what's it going to mean for the number of parcels going through the network? Will it mean more parcels? Will it just mean more parcels go from the retailer off into Amazon's own delivery network that might even be just delivered by an Amazon branded van? What do you think, Mark? You just mentioned about Amazon Prime sellers, not Prime sellers, Prime buyers, Prime members buying more. So where will the volume go, do you think?
I reckon, Ian, that two things will happen. First of all, they will buy more, therefore, more parcels will have to be delivered. But this is the clever thing. Being part of that system is going to imply that you have to use FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, and Amazon will be fulfilling it. So it's going to mean, I would imagine, that more vendors are sending more items to more customers through the Amazon network. Who will be the winners and the losers? Well, of course, the customers win because they get it for free or virtually free. The vendors will win in a way because if this works as it should, they will sell more items. Probably the losers, if there's going to be a loser, are going to be the third-party carriers who would have normally carried those items.
Right.
Or other marketplaces other than Amazon who would have listed and sold those items.
Well, that is true. Some of these retailers might be listing across, say, eBay and Amazon, or Etsy and Amazon even. It could happen. So, interesting comment there, Mark. And on the last mile side of things, there's always this question about data as well with Amazon. How much more data will the retailer have to hand over? Now, it's not our problem in the last mile sector. Well, I suppose from the last mile sector's perspective, though, it comes back to what you've said many times, which is, are you, postal operator or private carrier, set up to partner with Amazon, or do you see Amazon as a competitor in the last mile? And I guess this might almost, sharpen that division, might it?
Absolutely. I think, and yes, it does make them a more dangerous competitor. Amazon has the data anyway, but I think what's interesting here is it will make the Amazon Prime proposition more attractive, because today, when you go onto Amazon.com or whatever your local store is, you still have quite a lot of items that are not Prime items. And certainly, I would imagine, including myself, there are customers who say, I want a Prime option because it's convenient, free, whatever else. And therefore, I would imagine it's going to make Amazon more attractive. It's going to make the vendor sites or vendor offering more attractive. So, all in all, pretty much I would imagine everybody wins to some degree, potentially with the exception of other carriers or other marketplaces who lose out.
If you're a post, if you're a parcel carrier, do you actually say to yourselves, we need to get into this fulfillment business so that we can start doing this? Otherwise, Amazon's going to eat our lunch in the last mile, or you'll be left with the least profitable parcels. I mean, is that part of should this be a part of the thinking at executive committee and at board level of major carriers?
In my view, Ian, the only thing that Post Office or frankly any other carrier can do is offer the best possible customer experience, because Amazon, as we've discussed this before, they'll never take 100% of the parcels on board because they need a backup. And if there's an operator that offers really good customer experience, there's always going to be an opportunity. And they will either become a partner for Amazon, because Amazon, as we said, won't do everything themselves, and they won't lose out in that way. If they commoditize themselves, i.e., offer poor quality, don't offer customer-centric features, don't innovate, and just offer a lower and lower price, that's the highway to hell, in my view.
And that's also a teaser for our Understanding Amazon Means Winning in the Last Mile workshop, quite frankly. So I'll put a link to that down underneath this video somewhere, whether you're watching this on LinkedIn or YouTube. Have a look in the description of the video or have a look in the comments. It'll be there somewhere, a link to the workshop that we can run for you, whether you're an e-commerce retailer, whether you're a carrier, postal operator, and you want to find out more about how Amazon thinks, its motivations, and how to either partner or compete with it. Well, that's the workshop for you, especially since Marek knows a little bit about the inner workings of Amazon in the last mile. Marek, any final comments about this before we wrap it up?
I think it's just a logical development. I'm not surprised, as I said before. Let's watch this space. I think what's going to be interesting is to see how other marketplaces react. So far, Ali has their sort of low cost, it's not quite Prime, but let's say their low cost delivery solution, and others do, but not as well developed as Amazon's. Let's see how they respond. It's going to be interesting, I think.
Thanks for watching this video on YouTube. Remember to hit like, subscribe, and the notifications bell. I think they go that way across the screen as you look at it. Subscribing to our videos helps us keep them free, and it gives us a warm, fuzzy feeling inside whenever we get a notification say that you've subscribed to our channel. Marek Krzyzewski, thanks for being part of the Last Mile Profits today.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you, everybody.